Are you ready to rant?
The immigrant lifed me.
We are happy to be here.
Ewo, the number of people's bomb have claimed.
Almost everybody has a master's.
Did you not hire me because I'm black?
I was only black person. I jumped and started shouting, Jesus.
This is the Nigerian Abroad podcast. Let's get into it.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Good evening, afternoon, morning.
Hi, I'm friend.
Ijeme is okay now.
Never. Okay. I'm sorry about that. You will never forget about this auntie that carried mug to tea.
Moving on.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah.
Hi.
So today,
How are you?
Sorry. Hi. I'm moving faster than my shadow.
How are you now?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your hair is lovely by the day.
Oh, thank
By the way, I said by the day. By the way.
Thank you so much.
Oh, was I supposed to touch your hair? Sorry. Can I touch it?
That's microaggression.
Ooh. Sorry. I did not scatter it. I didn't. Okay.
Just, as you can see, the dramatic intro that Ijeme has done. Today we're talking about professional hair. In quotes. That has to be in quotes.
Yeah, okay, because I was just about to be like, what? Did I just start talking?
You can, yeah.
Okay, so I find it very, very offensive. So this was like a viral tweet. They were like, if you look up the word professional hairstyle, you would see a white woman's hair. And then if you look up unprofessional, it's not as if it's just passive aggressive and it just says, if you look up professional, you would see white person say. If you now look up unprofessional, you would see afros, locks, and braids, basically our hair styles and textures. And I'm like, okay, what if I cannot afford to wear a wig all the time? Sometimes wigs are like quite annoying, like the straight ones. When it gets windy in my face. I was not born with straight hair, so I don't know how to deal with hair in my face all the time. Okay, what if I just want to carry cornrows to work? I also appreciate you not gaping at me like, your hair, it's different. What do you mean by different? Like, I've changed style, yes, I have. It's different from last week, yes, I've changed
What if
style.
it's just curiosity?
Am I curious about their hairstyle? So my own is, what's with the curiosity? They're not as exposed as we are, because we would see their hair and not be curious about it. Why would they see our hair and be curious about it?
Fair.
So that's the thing. Like, I've said the same thing to people who have attempted to touch my hair. Like, would you, first of all, want someone to touch your hair? Obviously, no. But if you see someone else's hair that's straight, would you want to touch it? So what's your whole, wow, I've never seen something like this. Obviously, you haven't. So
I think the reason why I say, I'm not even trying to do devil's advocate. I don't like people talking about my hair. So I'll just backtrack. So at work, I have an afro. I don't want to say short hair. I have an afro. So sometimes I just do a wash and go. I wash my hair and I just go to work. And then I remember somebody asking me, oh, what's this on your head? I'm like, it's hair. And I just walked out because what do you remember, what's this on my head?
Okay.
Then the next thing, the first one was like, oh my God. Oh, I like your hair better when it's straight.
I don't know if that statement, I like it better when, like, especially when the next thing is when it's straight. I've had people say, oh, I like it when you have your natural hair out. Okay, sure. Like, not that I would love it if you have it's a genuine comment. And I'm like, oh, thank you, I like it too, but I don't have energy. Those statements are nice. So this day I had my afro out, my actual afro out. The next day I had an afro wig. And then someone just looked at me, a black person. This is why I was so annoyed, because I'm like, Oga.
Yeah, like you should. Yeah.
He was like, what's that on your head? And now started like burst out laughing. Like,
is this someone you know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, okay, no, as in personally.
Yeah.
Oh, no, colleague at work.
Okay.
like was like, oh my God, what's that on your head? That was the reaction. So I'm like, if I'm getting this reaction from the culture, like me and you, somebody else will probably look and be like, what's this? Like, did you get? Like, I was so annoyed. Like, I reported that person. No, I'm sorry, I did. And I was like, I get the reaction from my white colleagues in the whole sense of that they are trying, like, and then they're like, okay, you know what? This is something we have to get used to. Yeah, this is what we don't know, but we have to be respectful. And then they're just like, oh, your hair is nice. And then that's it. But imagine somebody with no decorum, no respect, and then says that to a fellow black person that what's that on your head? So that was like, that was so annoying. It was so annoying.
So I was trying to say that. So I've experienced the two sides. So the one where someone says, oh, I prefer your hair straight, of which you're referring to a wig. And I said that's a wig. But I've also experienced a genuinely curious person that, because obviously, you know, the hair is not as thick as ours. So she was curious, like, oh, how do you guys get it into a cornrow, right? Because hers can't stay in a cornrow.
Yeah.
And she was curious about braids. Now, I've had people say that people ask them, do you guys attach the braids? Because in my former class, someone that asked me, I think I had braids, and then she asked, oh, how did they do this? So I said, oh, we have an extension and then it is braided. So I've had genuine curiosity, and it was not even from a disrespectful place. You can tell this person is just intrigued by it because they had probably never, it's not genuinely, not a lot of, we assume that people are exposed because they are
I think Africans. That's the issue I have. Let me not say issue, but that's just where it's puzzling to me, because we are Nigerians. We spend a lot of our time watching American movies, getting exposed to the world. Like, oh, we know this about them, and there isn't even that much effort made on their part to our side. Not that, it's just the way the system has been set up, and unfortunately these people who end up being genuinely and innocently curious fall into that spectrum, and somebody can just get annoyed that this random person was just asking about my hair. So that's just what puzzles me, that how can you like be this curious? I don't get annoyed, I just get annoyed at the system. I think that you've just fallen into this bracket where you're one of the people, unfortunately, who don't know about these things. There's this YouTube Netflix show that they're like, anytime anybody asks me a question about my hair, whether it's curiosity or you're just being microaggressive, YouTube, Google has all your answers. You can always, this is random, but I Google everything, and when somebody asks me something very random, I'm like, I'll check Google for the answer. Why don't you just do it?
Just do the same.
I feel like
fair.
Some people ask the question because they want your own personal experience to hear what you have to say. But sometimes I'm just like, a Google search will just help you from annoying somebody, because not everybody is maybe like Dami that will answer the question, or like me, because I love talking about my hair, that will actually answer. But
have you ever had an experience where you were at work or you had the job and then someone told you to come with a more professional hair next time?
I have.
Oh.
I have. And that was what, okay. So I showed you the project I did, right? I had a dance project during my master's called By Their Hair You Shall Know Them. And I based it off of the whole unprofessional hairstyles thing. But it was when I was doing care, actually. Like, care is a good job. And because you not expect it's in that setting that you'd expect that kind of... I had braids, knotless braids, packed into a neat bun. And then she was like, this hair is not professional. This hair, for this job, you can't do it. And I'm like, it's not as if the hair is dripping down as I'm packing or helping somebody clean up. No, the hair is packed in a bun. And let me just state that this particular woman, when I met her, she was in a room, and I genuinely said to myself, do we have one of the residents in the room with us? It was this woman that was smelling. She turned her head, and her straight, silky, white woman's hair was so thick it looked like one long dreadlock. that's what it looked like, because she was, no, I'm not even trying to insult somebody. It was almost as if she doesn't take care of herself. So I was now very, very like flabbergasted, like
Perplexed.
I was perplexed. Like, you are telling me, you look at what you look like. And I was even very annoyed because her colleagues not tell her that she's smelling. Like, no, it was very, very bad. And then her hair was like just half up, half down, but it was all just gummed together. And I'm like, why are you telling me this when you look like this? Your hair looks like this. My hair is neatly packed. She almost didn't let me work that night.
Because of braids.
Wow. And so I think it was that day. I was so annoyed. I was even looking for inspiration for my work. And then I now Googled the unprofessional hairstyles and I saw the tweet.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay. Wow. That was just a...
Do you even know what led to... I think the funniest thing is, I was the one that brought up this topic.
Yeah.
Because it should have been you, because I didn't even have... So what happened was, there was a day I was getting ready for work. So my partner likes Afro. He likes it, doesn't mind. So he's always saying, oh, take your Afro to work. I'm always like, I don't always want to. So the day I wanted to go with this big one. And I was dressing up. And I was about to get out. And I was just like, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. So I just went back and I had to wear a sleek...
So do you feel like it's not professional?
No, maybe
Okay.
So I had to wear a sleek, like just a bob wig.
Wig, as bob ponytail.
Did I not realize that it's not that it is me, it's that I feel like there is a way I am supposed to be. So it's not that I don't think it's unprofessional. I love Afro, but because I did not want to have that conversation, I just felt like it felt safer to
go that, so that you avoid all the whole because I think you would get all that, oh, is this your hair, is this, I get that a lot at work. When I wear braids, first of all, the first thing I get is you change your hair. And I find that statement very funny, because we have always changed our hair. Like, from secondary school days,
you do weekly.
Hair every week. And weekly, you change style. What style they give you? Patewo or whatever it is.
All back.
They will give you cornrows. What's that style?
Sure.
Love Calm Down.
Which one is Love Calm Down?
Shade back and front.
Olufumi.
Wow. So it's either Love Calm Down or Shade back and front. That's what we call it there.
I call it Olufumi.
And then there's flower in the basket. You know that one?
Shuku.
So the shuku is up and then the basket now comes out.
Oh, okay. I know that
The
one.
North has better names, by the way. Anyway. So they were like, oh, you changed your hair. And they sound so shocked. And I'm like, yeah, I changed my hair. Like, wasn't I supposed to? Like, this one was already old. And I remember having this conversation with one of them, and they're like, I've had the same hairstyle my entire life. And I said, I cannot imagine doing, like, can you imagine being on braids forever? Like it's just weird. And you realize that it's just their hair, so they're just used to it.
Yeah.
But there's the whole process of washing, getting it into something, because that's the best way it is maintained. Yeah. But that phrase is always, you changed your hair. I'm like, yeah, I did. More like, I made my hair. That's what I think of it as. I made my hair. And I'm very excited about making my hair. And look, I'm not going to lie. Yes, we talk about how, oh my gosh, you're always talking about my hair, but I love the compliments. I do. I love it so much. Whenever I change my hair, even if it's into like a low bun, if it's an afro, whatever I style my hair, I love getting, oh my god, you look so I love it. I'm sorry. I thrive off of, yes. I thrive off of those compliments. And then when I did these locks, I was telling you, I didn't get the energy that I was expecting. I was because when I made it, my husband was like, oh my, like, was just, oh, this hair. And I was like, you love the hair, not me, because this energy I'm not getting from other things. So I was really expecting, whoa, and nothing.
Say nothing.
I just got oh, your hair is nice.
Are they your husband?
I'm like, it's Goldilocks.
I actually want to do locks.
Golden locks, Goldilocks. Locks, Goldilocks.
I know what you're talking about, but still.
You're not giving me energy.
But still.
Anyway, so I don't know, maybe it's just me. Because I was just like, where is the love and attention?
You say love and attention.
But that's the thing, I don't know what will please me, because when they are talking too much, I'm like, why are you talking about my hair too much? And then when they don't, I'm like, but my hair.
You need to pick. You need to pick
a struggle.
Yes.
Okay, the love and attention.
Love and attention. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
All right.
I just like when you say, oh, your hair is nice. And you're like, wow.
You say what?
Like, you are such a goddess. I'm like, yes, exotic. She exotic. She exotic.
No, why are you singing?
I don't know.
I remember a book I read that was talking about a black woman living and working in a predominantly white place. So she had her braids on for months, and nobody told her, oh, it looks so old or anything. Everybody was like, okay, it looks okay. So anybody she asked, maybe when she's like getting close to white friends, she was like, when she asked about her hair, they're like, I don't see the difference. But she said, but in the book, it's like the person knows that so she moved to, I think, Sweden, but she used to live in the US. Like, US is mom. She said it was in the US. Somebody would have dragged her. Like, where did I get change your hair? Like, obviously your friend does mama.
They're like, auntie's looking old. I think I've had something similar, but it was not that old. It was just like, I just mentioned, oh, my hair is getting old, I need to change it. And they're like, oh no, it looks fine. And this was like a month plus. The braid was already looking like I need to pull it out. In my head, I'm like, oh, okay, I get why the response was that. Because it's just braids to them. And they need you to look new.
Exactly.
It needs to be looking new.
Well, we are the only ones that know that.
Yeah.
But I wonder where this professional hair thing came from. I think it's just, one time we're talking about how some standards, really beauty standards, are very Eurocentric.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so passionate about this topic because I was saying to Dami that, for instance, let's look at the conversation around big forehead. I mean, it's even now that everyone's like, love your big forehead. Let's say big forehead. And I'm like, okay, they'll say, oh, this girl's not fine. Why? Her forehead is big. What makes big forehead ugly? Like, you won't be able to think about it. Like, what makes it big forehead ugly? Okay, I don't like her eyes are too big. What makes big eyes ugly? Why do you think they're ugly? And it just boils down to the Eurocentric standard of beauty. Okay, I don't like, even me, I find myself saying this, I'm tired. Well, it's not even about the standard of beauty, it's about how I don't like taking care of this hair. It's too stressful. But I will not deny there are times when I would wish my hair was straighter.
Yeah.
Or less coily.
Yeah.
Because there's just this standard that we have been conditioned to believe is beautiful. So that whole professional work setting goes back to how it was just only the whites are allowed to be in that setting, and then the blacks were out in the fields and doing the house chores and all that. And then black women, when they started doing work or doing all of that, started straightening their hair, like relaxers. So they were trying to make the hair actually look like that. That's what it is. So everything is just this Eurocentric standard of beauty. Everything, honestly. It is down to what the nose should look like, the lips, the eyes, the hair. Like, the hair is something that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will still collect bone straight wig, like, because, yeah, but.
Yeah, we do love a bust down.
Please.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, and I want to say something. This thing where there's a time when it was an issue where if you relax your hair, it's like you have betrayed the sisterhood. You have betrayed.
I have something to say about that, but finish what
you have betrayed this. I feel like if you choose to straighten your hair,
straighten or relax.
No, if you choose to do something to your hair to make it easier to maintain, should that be such a bad thing?
Okay, Dami is giving me this look because I'm part of that circle that we see. Well, I'll not say you're betrayed, but this is my thing. If you want to relax your hair, relax it with your full chest.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes straighten my hair when I'm like, okay, I want to have this look. If you want to relax it with your full chest.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is, don't now say it is healthy. Don't say there are healthy relaxers. There aren't. It is chemical on your hair and it is changing permanently the way your hair is going to be. So that's damaged. But people now say, oh, this one is healthy. It's not. It is not. That's the only issue I have. Like, it isn't. Unless it's organic. No, it's not. It is chemical, and it's chemical that's the only thing that makes your hair straight that way, and it is damaging it. That's the only issue I have. If you want to relax the hair, do it to your foot. Even me, sometimes I've thought about it. I'm like, relax for a while and then cut and start again or something like that. But that's just the only issue I have. I don't have any issue with anybody relaxing their hair. Like, oh, you have not abandoned the culture. My dear, some people's fussy hair is not for styling. Just cut it or relax it. Just do and I think people, maybe the term is damaged. That's what gets to them. Maybe we shouldn't use damage. It's just not the way it's going to be. So don't say it's healthy, because natural hair is healthy when it's in its the way it's supposed to be, like the natural state, the coily state, and all that. That's all I have to say. I'm not those hair enthusiasts, but I feel like I say, oh my gosh, it's all of you that are saying, and then the comment section now is to kill me the most, because people now be like, naturalistas coming for you in a second. Yeah. They don't know that you relax your hair and it can still be healthy. I'm like, what? You have damaged the hair. So what?
Why are you glitching, guy?
Because I would really be looking at this thing and people are reading the comments and they are like reading the comments they are writing and they are saying, oh, naturalistas. I'm like, do what you want with your hair. Nobody's holding you. Because I feel like the comments, or when people say it and they relax their hair, they're trying to justify that, hey, God, I've lived this natural life, but let me just say that I found a healthy option. I can still straighten my hair and keep it healthy.
Yes.
That's it. Sorry, I'm a hater, so
I mean, all these ones not even like, to be very, very honest, all of you, all these ones don't concern me. The only reason why I'm not straightening my hair is I don't like heat. The texture.
Okay, the texture of straightened hair.
Yes, I don't like texture of relaxed hair.
It's not good. Like,
it doesn't have body. It's flat. It's thin.
It is,
and I don't like it. So even so,
which is the point?
Except it is in a cornrow or braid. When I just have my hair out, I don't like.
That's the issue, because the hair was never meant to be straight.
Yeah.
So when it's now relaxed, it does not look like it's supposed to be. That is what people don't want to come to terms with. That it's not healthy. It's not the way it's supposed to look. By all means, straighten it. Like, I follow this naturalista and her hair is long. She got a silk press. Didn't realize she just got a silk press. And even with how healthy it was, she was still having flyaways. Like, it was looking so flat. And she was even talking about how she didn't even like how it was, because the texture of her hair does not support that kind of straight hair. And I think that's just the issue. Yeah. I don't want to boy guy and be like, oh, but natural hair is beautiful. Like, that one is also hard. So do you. So, exactly. Honestly, do you.
I'm just very big on texture. And I think we are two different people, right? My mom would relax her hair, and even it's not flat, she's not.
Yeah, some people love that flat. Yeah,
she's not. Look. What's the word? Satisfied.
You can never be satisfied. That's Hamilton. Sorry.
But for me, even when I used to relax my hair, I used to tell them, I think it's called blow it, like just make it easy to manage. I don't want I still want that thick body that
you don't know what you want. You want it softer, but
I want exactly, but I still want it thick. So and that's why sometimes when my hair now gets relaxed, I'm gonna cut it and start again. Yeah, I can't just decide, because I just really like that body that comes with it.
I was in that stage of, I wanted my hair straight for a very long time. I had always I started relaxing my hair from 5 years. Well, like, baby. I think before my mother now called, I say it's a lie. So I think. But very, very early on, I always liked my hair straight. Whenever it was due, I'd be like, oh, I need to relax. I need to relax my hair. It's so nice and straight. And then social media, obviously, I saw it and I'm like, because they used to make natural hair look ugly, like unruly, ugly.
Yeah.
But then we started seeing more and more women fall in love with their hair. And then the lockdown, I was having natural hair at that point. I was still trying to form, okay, let me join the bandwagon. And then I think I fell in love with the hair. I came to the UK. I loved the fact that it made me, I don't want to say stand out, but I was proud that I liked the way my hair grew. Does that make sense? Like, you're like, this is how my hair grows and I like it that way. And I found ways to manage it. And I was happy with that. I mean, the hair has a mind of its own. And there are days I'm just like, I cannot deal with you. So, but the thing is, I can literally decide that, okay, this hair has suffered me. So for the next 2 months, I'm either on wig or I'll braid it. And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, I feel like doing my hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you will just see picture. Oh, I just styled this hair like this. And then my husband, I'm like, but I thought you said you're not doing it. Like, I'll have 1 wig for 2 weeks. I'm like, no, I need to get this hair to rest. And then I'm like, I'm feeling like doing a ponytail right now. Or styling it with like 2 plaits in front. And then the hatred has gone. And I'm just like, I love my natural hair. So I'm just in that weird place where I'll forget, when women say they forget the pain of childbirth and they want that. That's how it is my natural hair. I'll just forget. 2 weeks later, I want to style my hair. I'm like, but I said that I'm giving it a break. And then
There was one experience I wanted to share. So I cut my hair before I came to the UK. So it's not because of anything. I said I used to make decisions. Okay, I don't like making my hair. Like I don't like making my. So even when I was on
Dami
relaxed,
is so tender-headed.
So even when I was on relaxed hair, I would just pack the hair to the. I had a very specific style, middle parts and.
I hate that style. I'm sorry.
Low
like,
bun relaxed hair, and I'll just add maybe attachment so that it will be
full.
Yeah.
If you like that full look, you've always liked the full
exactly.
look.
So one day I went to do my nails. Then one guy looked at me and he was like, "Do you like making your hair?" I said no. Then he said, "I'm a barber. Come, let me cut your hair. Do you want to cut your hair?" I said yes. And he said okay. Then the next time I went to his shop and he cut my hair.
I'm sorry, one random man on the street.
Yeah, like he was there when I was doing my nails and we're gisting.
Okay. Oh,
we're gisting. I said when I used to do my nails, like he was sitting in the shop,
and I was like, it was just like
I'm
one guy on the street.
No. So that was when I started cutting my hair, and I loved it, and I was like, okay, and I didn't have to do all this because I don't like making my hair.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do all of that, so that's when I just like cutting my hair. Although it's very hard to find a barber, guys. If you find your own barber, keep him because I wasn't able to keep him. I traveled anyway.
He sounds like a man because men are like,
it is a big deal to find a good barber.
You know, I've cut my hair like 7 times my entire life, which is quite a lot, but I don't think I was just like, oh, this guy looks like he's good. Okay, I'm going there.
Jesus.
But,
if you want to maintain a low cut.
Okay.
Because I was trying to maintain a low cut at the time.
The few times that my husband, the few times that, sorry.
Go on.
I'm always going to do that. The few times my husband has taken me to cut his hair. And I'm like, oh, okay. Barbing salon, use this one.
No.
And he's like the way he looks at you, like,
no.
This is not my guy. I'm like,
even right now, I have a barber. Like that's if when I want to cut my hair again, that's the person I'm going to go to.
Okay.
It is very, very deep. Anyway, so I don't
even have a person that makes my hair that I'm loyal to, so I don't. But at it's actually a thing.
It is. So I had cut my hair, and I came to the UK, and I was really enjoying, and it was just stressing me. So I texturized. It had grown, so I texturized it. So the curls were nice. I put it in
that's why you deceived me right now. Cause
so I put it in this high pineapple ponytail. So it calls
Toby's hairstyle.
Yes, Toby's hairstyle. Hi, Toby.
Hi, Toby. Toby's hairstyle.
So I went into the kitchen in my flat, and my white flatmate was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair. I love the curls. I wish my hair was like this." I looked at her. No, you don't. She said, "Yes, I do." I said, "Trust me." No, you don't.
Is that reaction we give them when they're like, "Oh, I would love to visit Nigeria"? Nope. Absolutely not.
When they say do not visit Nigeria, they mean Victoria Island,
Ikoyi.
Lekki,
Yeah.
Ikoyi, that side.
Because that's the only place that we won't let them go to.
Yeah.
Before they will now go and die, and the British government will now be like,
Yeah.
hey, our citizen. Hey.
She says very dramatic. Very dramatic. Anyway, so I was like, you trust me. You don't. And she's like, oh, I like how it's thick. I like the body. I'm like, my love, you don't. You don't wish it. You think you do.
You think you do, but
you don't, because it's tough to maintain, to be honest.
There was something I was going to say. Do you have anything to say?
No,
again?
no.
Okay. I was going to talk about how making your hair in the UK is tough. When it comes to the price, I mean, there's a reason why when people from the UK or all over the world come back to Nigeria, the first thing they do is get their hair braided.
Yes.
There's a reason.
Yes.
One, because obviously the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the price.
Mm-hmm.
See, even if they tell us 70k in Nigeria, I feel like I'll be like, oh yes, please.
Exactly.
Because the outrageous prices that we'll be hearing, this one, I just prepared my mind that obviously I'm not that person I'll be like, I'll carry for 2 months. I don't think I will, but I prepared my mind. I'm like, okay, this is the amount I want to spend because I just want to have luck. Let me live my life. I don't live my life adventurously. Let me do it on my hair. So I'm like, let me just have the style. I said I've done it. It's not only braids and pack hair. Now natural hair, no, do the style. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I made up my mind. Like, I've been eyeing this girl's page for like 2 years now. I was like, just do it. So, like, finding a hairstylist in the UK is tough. And I don't even blame them because I will not expect you to collect £30 after you spent hours doing this hair. Yeah, so I wouldn't expect them to say, okay, what's the price? £30.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we are saying, oh God, this is expensive, this is also their source of income for most of them. Anyway, so.
And what I was going to say that, oh God, another reason why we would like to do our hair in Nigeria is the quality.
The quality.
I saw Krisha's hair when I saw her last week. And my God, the braid is beautiful. There's this thing they call it in Nigeria. When they say I've forgotten the Yoruba. When they braid the hair and it's like they braid.
Yeah.
It's tight, it's neat, it's.
That's what. Okay, so the braids I brought back, just for it was small. So the person that told me was like, "Did you do this hair in Nigeria?" Because they don't used to do small hair here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, they did it. I did it in Nigeria. Obviously, I didn't take care of that hair well. I've still been carrying it, honestly. It's only braids I can carry for more than a month.
Of course.
But I think that, one, the people who always, like, when we come back home to get our hair braided and then buy wigs.
Yeah, buy wigs.
Because it will last us till our next visit. And then we're like, ready for another one. And then we're back. But yeah.
And then there's this thing where it feels like black women use braids for vacations. Like it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like braids are for vacations. I don't know when we decided, but
it just feels like it's better though.
And it's easier to.
Those are your truth. Were you on braids? Oh, you were on braids, were you?
No, I was wearing wig.
Really? Feels like you were on braids. The kind of person that would be on braids for vacation.
And me.
It's like all of you that went were on wig.
Yes. Because do you know how much it is to braid?
Okay, we're back to that. I forgot it. That's true.
Huh.
That's true.
And I thought about
or
it.
Just go with cornrows, vex, and just.
Sorry, when we were cornrows, sometimes I was carrying my cornrows, and sometimes I was not. And there's something about being in the country, nobody knows you. You know that after 1 week you not see me again.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll carry my cornrows, and sometimes
but that
I'll
thing,
tie scarf and come out.
I actually wear cornrows to work when it's new, and I feel like that hair because you just see it as another hairstyle. Oh, you don't? No, I do.
But
and
then
obviously
my hair is tiny. So
okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
to be spilling out.
Yeah.
But I take my cornrows out to work, and it looks really neat because I think I watched this video where they were like, oh, don't tell me my hair is rough. This is how my hair is. I'm like, oh, the hair is rough. Oh. It's rough.
Better hair what?
It's rough. That's just the way it is. It's rough. Do another one.
I was going to say that, and also I think that's why the issue of professional. So some people have said that natural hair and all of those things have the tendency to look rough, and I'm trying to find the balance, because honestly,
I want to talk about where the concept of a messy bun came from. Is it because the hair is coily that it now looks rough, like it's cocoa on the head? Because white people have messy hair all the time, but it looks professional.
Wait now. So I feel like sometimes, maybe somebody, for example, like you said, sometimes somebody's hair is rough and just carrying it around. Then that one, they need to adjust it now.
Yeah.
So I'm not even talking about messy bun or no messy bun, but more of sometimes, honestly, sometimes the hair needs a little bit of arranging. Like, a gel hair.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so in that aspect, I would agree with when people say, don't say my hair looks rough. I don't need gel to make the hair. I can just brush the hair up, and that's the adjusting. There's the sect of people that believe that you must use edge control, and I feel like there's a place for edge control. There's a look you want to go for, and then the edge control gives that look. Also, not your problem if you don't want to use the edge control. My one is, when your hair is rough. There's a rough looking. It's just the people who want you to have this whole slick look all the time. Then that's an issue. I feel that's my thought on it. But
so what are professional hairstyles for you?
Professional hairstyles, Afro,
women.
Afro. Honestly, anything you carry your hair out. Like, see, cornrows. You can carry cornrows. Braids.
I think braids are very professional.
And I think it's just working here, because if you worked in a Nigerian establishment, people carry their hair now, like braids.
Yeah.
Ghana weaving.
Oh, because I miss Ghana weaving. Just like it cut my hair.
That has never happened to me. Like, I've heard that. I always believe that's a myth. The Ghana weaving cuts hair.
Oh, it cuts my hair. In Nigeria, when I was working, that was around the time when I cut my hair. So I was on an Afro. So I used to go to work with my Afro. I didn't care. And I was working in sales, so I'll go and meet clients with my Afro. Sometimes I feel like that's probably why I didn't get a lot of sales, because it's like, who is this one?
That's another thing. I was going to say,
who is this one with?
So those space buns that we support with our hair, and I can just go to work, and that's like my style. Because another thing is, there's an advantage / disadvantage to like having your hair out to having your hair out in the UK. So people are like, oh my gosh, your hair, okay, doesn't look professional. And then there's the other side where it's the fascination, and it's your hair, so you can do whatever you want to hair. So my sister had her natural hair out, but she did it in space buns. And then one of our colleagues was like, what's this baby hairstyle you are carrying? Like, some of the criticism is from us. Like,
what do they mean by
once you're grown, you can't be walking around with cornrows. You have to have some kind of extension. Attach. You need to put attach to the hair. Weave on. So you have to have that. And a bit of that whole, you need to have this look, comes from us. Because there is the whole, okay, this is like a child's hairstyle and this is an adult hairstyle. I know a couple of Nigerian, not that I know of, I've heard people's stories, some of my friends who are not allowed to have their afros in Nigeria. Yeah. Just this look. No, it needs to be something more, for lack of a better word, subdued. So like maybe braids or like a weave or something that's not.
But then, there's a thing of, because I'm thinking, if somebody, which could also go back to Eurocentric things, but if somebody comes to me and person is on bone straight, 30 inches, whatever, corporate outfits and heels, and there's somebody on Afro and maybe boo and slippers, there's a high tendency that I'll take the person who is on the bone straight and that CEO vibe look more seriously than the person
you
that
are
is
the
on
problem.
Afro.
You, my dear.
But it's just society, no?
No, I get that. I was just kidding.
Yeah. And
I get that point. It's just the way our minds have been molded now.
And if you have somebody that is now dressed in that CEO vibe thing with the heels, with the afro. It take a while to adjust. It's like, okay, okay. Now it's a choice.
Like,
Okay,
and the person has to be CEO,
uh,
not that he's a normal employee.
so it's like,
It now like, okay, begs the question, okay, let's step off the hair bit. What is a professional work outfit? You wear Ankara to work.
I do.
So,
I do. We are allowed to wear Ankara.
no, I
at
mean,
my
like,
workplace.
if the way the example you give now, leave the hairstyle, and somebody wears like the whole Western
Yeah.
look, a suit and tie, and somebody wears like a babon riga or something like that, or like jalabia to work.
Well,
You know, there are some Nigerian offices that don't let you wear native.
yeah, except on Fridays.
Yeah.
But I think my dad was having this conversation with me one time, and he was saying that in the north or something, that some people wear like proper
Northern attires.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
work,
yeah.
regular, like they don't. And my dad was
Unless
saying
it's the
that
bank, but
yeah,
most establishments,
yeah,
yeah.
they're allowed. My dad was saying that, well, it was just it not necessarily like a set in stone rule. We're just discussing like, could it be that suit and tie became a professional thing because most of the professional jobs came from colonialism.
A whitey, a
So most of the
whitey.
professional jobs obviously were from.
All our property. It's just
If you catch Lord Lugard is on site.
and we sound like a crying baby, like, oh Lord God, is you. Then like, oh yeah, solve your problem. But I think we are becoming more and more aware that right now we're just going through this awareness stage. Where we're like, hey, it's Lord God. It's when they did this thing. It's when colonialism happened. Oh,
Yeah.
colonizers. Oh my gosh, this happened. So this awareness stage, it now sounds like we're just whining and whining. Do something about it. No, we are coming to a realization that this is whoa,
Yeah,
like that's what's
this is
happening to us right
reality.
now.
Yeah, this is the situation of things.
I mean,
yeah.
I get what it sounds like, because there are some people who are greatly upset that okay, you said colonial masters 100 times. Oh yeah, what are you doing about it? But some people are still coming to that realization, and they're like, down to like we just talked about work outfits.
Suits, yeah, work outfit, yeah.
I just hit my phone. My hand. This is why it's not good to be dramatic. Okay, I'm ready.
Does it hurt?
Well, it's that initial shock.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you're like, does it hurt? It hurts. Yeah. But I'm fine, guys. Thank you for asking.
I didn't ask.
I said guys, I didn't say you.
Why do you think they would ask?
Because they are nice people. You are not.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm nice.
Nice for what?
I'm nice to you.
Did you just miss that joke?
No, it wasn't.
Drake, nice for what?
I don't know
Ah.
the beef thing. The only thing I know is BBL Drizzy.
Hair. Do what you want to do with your hair, honestly. I feel like that's the conversation. If you feel like you want to wear straight hair because it makes you feel comfortable, we're just in that world. I don't think I want to be that person that'll be like, no, fight the system. No.
You take consign me.
Get paid.
Yeah.
And live that.
Do
Like,
what you have to do.
do what you have to
If
do,
you're
honestly.
allowed, if you like your afro, you're allowed to carry. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
If you're not, tough.
As in, such is life. There's something I wanted.
I think that professional hairstyle thing came from where they're like, oh, is the hair allowing you do your work? And then you're now putting pictures of men in dreadlocks and they say it's unruly. But the hair was neatly packed. Then people were now bringing pictures of people who got their PhDs with like locks. And they're like, these are like highly accomplished individuals and they have locks. These are people who are functioning well in their jobs. They have locks. What are you trying to say?
Did you see a video of someone one time when it happened recently? J. Cole went to
I love J. Cole.
He went with someone to price or check a car out.
Did you say price?
Yeah.
That's another Nigerian English thing.
So he was wearing a t-shirt.
It's haggle. That's my mother. Weirdly, sorry, I cut you off again, but my dad is the English person in the house. And my mom is very well versed in English, but she's just that person. She's like, I don't have energy. I'm speaking pidgin. So one day we were just talking, and we just said, I went to price this thing. She now said, no, the word is haggle.
Okay.
We were like,
you know that security.
Yeah. We're like, huh. She now said,
Oh, honey,
people don't respect me this house. You don't know I can speak English too. We're like, sorry.
So
Yeah, sorry.
So
Continue.
Jeko went to a car shop wearing a t-shirt. Of course, Jeko is on dreads and shorts and sneakers. And the attendant was being rude to him.
To Jeko.
She did not know it's Jeko.
That's
So,
the thing.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's like, and then the caption was something like, oh, he was dressed like a homeless person. Someone now asked, at what point or what is he wearing that looks homeless? Because according to the comments, because I think I was not so angry to watch to the end. The person was saying the white person that is also in this video was also wearing shorts and a t-shirt. So why does he look homeless? Is it because of the dreads? Is it because he's black? You know, and I'm not one of those people that like to do, oh, he's racism. But I was like, what is this? Why did you? Because, and it was more of a thing where it felt like she was trying to tell him he can't afford the car. And
I
people
love
in the
when I get those kind of looks.
Yeah, and people in the comments were like, Jeko would buy
every car here.
He just left the place.
Honestly, I get that. But you get those looks. Like, so, okay. Anytime I go, all the times we've gone to restaurants, my husband and I, all the time, oh, you didn't roll your eye. All the times we've gone to restaurants, we were not prepared. So it's not like we planned a date and we're like, let's dress up. We've just been like, this place is fine, let's enter. So we'll be looking like maybe t-shirts, jeans, and maybe I'm not with makeup, I just have like a jacket on. And every single time we get that look like,
how can we
like,
help you?
What are you doing here? So all those times, that's when we're now like, okay, let's order this. And we're now, like, most of the time we are checking the place out. And then we're like, we have time, let's sit down and eat and enjoy ourselves. And then the look on their faces when we're like, okay, we want this, we want this, we want this. And they're like, one time, one of them was like, are you sure? You know, if we heard it, me that heard it. And I was like, huh? He was like, oh no, sorry. What did you say you wanted?
Am I sure?
So I was like, yeah, because my husband was on the phone. So he was like, oh, and I'm just usually like, as I don't like ordering, I'm like, he wants to order. They're like, are you sure? Like, so I was like, no, let's wait for him to finish. Let him be the one to talk. Because me, I don't even like dealing with all those things like that. You know when you know. Because if you're giving this story to somebody else who has never lived this experience, they're like, oh, maybe the person was just like, nah. Like, when you know, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know, actually.
I've never experienced it.
You haven't known. You
Or
look.
Once again, I'm oblivious to a lot of things.
It's good to be oblivious.
So I feel like somebody could be giving me the look, and in my own mind, I'm thinking, oh, is my flight down? Like, is there something wrong with my body?
Okay.
It doesn't click to me that it's because
We always look at ourselves and we have this inside joke where we're like, we're always looking, like we've never planned it tonight and we say, let's go. We're always like, this place looks nice, so let's enter. And then we have gone in. So it's just so funny that it has always happened like that. So it's just crazy.
I think the only one that happened, my dad says that happened to him, but I've never been there. Do you know what happened to me was we had like a family hangout and stuff. So we had eaten and the bill came and family of 5. So it was
that happened when I was in Nigeria.
Then so the person brought the bill and was like, are you splitting? My dad, an African father, was pretty offended. He didn't say it, but I was like, no, my card, that kind of, what do you mean by split? These are my children. I'm paying for them.
Yeah,
this
no.
Is my wife.
That's another thing, like in the UK, how once you're a certain age, you're on your own.
I know.
I don't understand that. I will stay in my mommy's house as long as I can. No.
I'm happy I cannot. Even now that I'm here, safe, I'm still highly dependent on my father. Hi, daddy.
It's just very strange that happens. Like, I think it happens both ways because parents kick their kids out. Kids put their parents in homes. It's just like, you do me, I do you back. Simple.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's why the waiter was like,
It's splitting. We can't relate.
You two should have done like, No, my father is here, please.
No, please. Once my dad is around, I don't even think. I don't use my money for anything.
Okay.
Anyhow, so the summary of our conversation is any hair that you like, wear.
I'm aware it too.
Any hair that, as long as it's allowed. Unfortunately, we can't force employers or organizations to change their policies.
We also cannot tell you, oh my gosh, fight the system. Please,
Exactly.
we did not tell you that.
We are just ranting on the things that actually happen and the situation of things and things that happen.
I also said I would like to be praised more for my hair.
Yeah, she did say that very much, and yeah.
You will make hair and they'll not be like, okay.
Don't you have a husband? Is your husband not praising
But
you?
everybody else, they're seeing my beauty and like glorying in my presence.
All right. So, guys, we are on X, formerly called Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So please and we are at the Nigerian Abroad.
For most of them. For X, it's TNE podcast.
Okay.
Because it was too long, so we had to do that.
TNE podcast. All right. And please subscribe, share. Please share. It's very important that you share.
People have stopped sharing. You have dropped the energy that first period. Say what you wanted to say that time. That we feel like the trailer video we gave them was giving a better vibe.
I feel like that trailer sets the bar very high.
We have been giving you low quality videos.
We'll do our best to maintain the bar, right?
Oh my gosh. We're like, let's start what we have come here to do.
Yeah. But we will continue with good quality stuff. I mean, as much as we can. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. And speak to you. No, you will hear us speak. You see us. You watch us.
Bye.
Time. Thank you. Bye.